Welcome back to Go for Two Sports. I am your host, Aaron Shed, and today we are here going to be discussing the trades that went down in the league yesterday. We had two blockbuster trades. I'm going to cover them, give you the details and the analysis, and tell you what I think of them and how they affect both teams moving forward. If you haven't already, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, comment down below and tell me what you think about the trades, how you think Davante Adams will do on the Jets, and how you think Amari Cooper would do with the Bills. With that being said, let's jump right into it. Coming up first, we got the Davante Adams trade. Davante Adams was traded from the Raiders to the Jets to be reunited with his long-lost love quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. He was in the third year of a 5-year, $140 million contract he signed with the Raiders from back in 2022. They thought signing him, he was going to be a big piece around Derek Carr, his former college teammate, in a big dynamic duo for this team, but obviously things did not work out. Derek Carr now in New Orleans, and Davante on his way to New York with his old pal Aaron. This move actually is good for the Raiders as they were able to free up $28.4 million in cap space for this upcoming offseason for them to reload and fully start their full rebuild. As the past couple of years they've made some big moves and stuff to try to stay competitive, but ultimately have fallen short. I think now is going to be the time that they're gonna decide to fully go in it on the rebuild. The Raiders will eat a $13.67 million contract, or $1 million dead cap hit for the remainder of this season based on the contract that they had given to Davante Adams, and they'll take one for $15.7 million next year of dead cap space as well. That ultimately is going to handicap the Raiders a little bit, but because they waited to this part of the season, they were able to pay him the signing bonus portion of their contract ahead of time, so that it's not going to result in dead cap for the remainder of this season or next season. If they were able to make any moves happen, it wouldn't be a factor. But because they were able to pay him the signing bonus already this season for what he has played and whatnot, that means that after they've moved on for him next season, they only have to pay his base contract, so his base salary, which next season is 15.7 and this season is 13.67 remaining. So the Jets will actually take the rest of his salary, which means they will owe Davante Adams $11.59 million this year and $36.25 million over the next 2 seasons if they decide to keep him around. Reminder that all of this money is non-guaranteed on the contract for Amari Cooper, so hypothetically the Jets could move on if things aren't going to plan after this season. Highly unlikely, though, as Davante Adams is a weapon, but they are in a space where they're able to restructure the contract and keep him around, but I doubt they'll want to take that $36.25 million over the next 2 years for a aging wide receiver, regardless of who he is friends with. Me personally, I think the trade's going to work out. I think this at least gets the Jets into the playoffs, and depending on Aaron Rodgers is how far they'll get after that. So far, hasn't looked so great for the Jets, but this is a definite boost after losing their head coach midseason. I actually thought they looked pretty good against the Bills, and even though they lost that game, I feel like they looked good besides all of the horrible flags. That was one of the worst officiated games I've seen in my life. Overall, though, this is a win-win for both teams. I think the Jets, they try to become a little bit more competitive, and the Raiders definitely free up a huge contract and get that off of their books, so they are able to hit the reset button on their franchise and get a new wave of talent coming in, and hopefully build some culture and some future success over there in Las Vegas. Moving on, Amari Cooper is going to be traded from the Browns to the Bills, and this is actually really good for Amari Cooper's career. He was stuck in Cleveland. He was playing with Deshaun Watson, who we know is a horrible person and an even worse football player. Like, you have a guy like that, it's hard to be worse at something than he is as just a person. but he makes it look easy when he gets on the football field because he is just so bad. Like, I don't think the Browns really thought it through when they were like, "Oh yeah, we'll trade for this guy. We're gonna send Baker out of the door. This is gonna be our guy." Since he's entered the Browns facility, he has he's closed more court cases than he has touchdowns. So that just tells you about the type of guy he is right there. But anyways, back to the trade. Amari Cooper goes from being on the worst offense in the league to one of the best. And Josh Allen, he actually gets a legitimate number one receiver. Amari Cooper's going to walk into the wide receiver room that includes Kahil Shakir, Keon Coleman, a couple other guys in there, and hopefully that will give some spark to this group that has definitely had its struggles so far. It's definitely been apparent that the Bills are missing that true number one guy after trading Stephon Diggs to the Texans. The Bills are looking good at 4-2, only losses being to the Texans and the Ravens, and only losing to the Ravens by 3 points. So far, pretty good season for the Bills. This should definitely reload the team and be able to get them ready for the playoffs, hopefully, later down the year. As for the contract, Cooper was in the final year of his 3-year deal with the Browns. Before the season, they restructured his deal to void out multiple more years that were supposed to be on the end of the contract, but they obviously wanted to get away from paying him that much money. Amari Cooper protested this, and that led to him getting a $20 million signing bonus for this season, or paid out as a signing bonus. It was like a contract realignment kind of restructuring that they end up paying him an extra $20 million in signing bonus this season. So basically they had him down to a vet's minimum salary after restructuring, 1.21 minimum, with the rest being paid as signing bonus, which is very good for the Bills this late in the season, as they are able to acquire Amari Cooper and only owe him just over $800,000 for the rest of his season after the Browns have paid what they have owed to Amari Cooper. This deal ultimately works out great for the Bills, as they have open flexibility to extend him or walk away after this season if he doesn't pan out. I'd imagine they get some type of deal done. Amari Cooper is entering the point in his career where he's not expecting, or shouldn't be expecting, big wide receiver one money, but the Bills definitely need to get talent in that room, and this is a big step in that direction, as Amari Cooper is a dynamic playmaker and has been all 4 teams that he's played for. This is now the 4th team that Amari Cooper has played for. Drafted by the Raiders, was traded to the Cowboys, and then from the Cowboys to the Browns, and now from the Browns to the Bills, Amari Cooper, definitely a journeyman in the league so far. So hopefully this is able to get some more energy into his career and give Josh Allen a true weapon at wide receiver 1. All right, guys, tell me what you think. That's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment down below and tell me what you think about the trades. I will see you guys later on this week for a mock draft and some power rankings. Love you all so much. Thank you for watching the video. If you stayed this late, tell me your wildest prediction for the rest of the season, and I'll make sure to respond to those comments down below. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day. I'm out of here.